Hi. So in previous video, we learn about the disk creation, we learn about the persistent disk and the local disk and how it is dependent upon the image. Now, in this example, we are going to explore about the async replication. This is a kind of new feature in the GCP, and this can be used to replicate the data across the region. So let's proceed with the testing. So I'll create one server 1. I'll attach a disk 1 of size 12. Okay, so this instance has been created. Now I'll log into this instance. We have this 12 GB of disk attached. We'll format and write some data in this one. You'll see the data in file. We have information on disk and the date timestamp over here. Now what we'll do, we'll create the replication for this one and we'll replicate to the US East one. So for that, first we'll go in async replication. We'll go in consistency group, create an inconsistency group named as CG01. I'm going to keep US center 1 because my existing disk is in center 1. So CG1 has been created. I'll assign the disk which has been used, and this particular disk has been written with the data. So I'll add this disk. This is in central 1 A. I want to create the secondary disk DR disk 1, and I'm going to keep it East 1B. I'll create this disk. If you will see the status, no disk are replicating right now. So first the disk will get created, then the replication will happen. I'll just refresh this. Now you can see that the DR disk 1 has been created. If I'll go back, async replication. So this is what we can see, that disk 1 has a secondary copy of DR disk 1 and it is being used by SEM1, and DR disk 1 has a primary copy of disk 1. So this is all being controlled by CG01 consistency group. And if you'll see here, all disks are replicating right now. Since the replication is ongoing right now, what we'll do, we'll create the server in US Center 1 which will be used to validate the data has been replicated or not. So I'll create a server 2 US East 1 Center East 1B. I'm just going to keep the default and I'll create the disk. I'll create the instance. So since the creation is ongoing, let's go and validate the status of our replication. This replication is happening across one region to another region. So the primary copy is in US Center 1A and the replicated copy is in US East 1B. I'll go in CG the one. It is showing it has been replicating. So as this instance 2 has been created, I'll just demonstrate like if in case I and try to access that particular disk which has been created and it is a part of the CG1, it will not permit me to use the disk. So I'll go over here. I'll try to attach the existing disk what I have DR, this one. I want to keep this read write. I'll save and I'll try to perform this operation. I'm trying to add the disk. I'm getting an error. This cannot be attached because it is an async replication to an instance. So since it is in replication, I can't use it. So what I have to do is I have to ensure that the once the replication is done, I have to take out the disk from there, from the CG, and then attach to the disk server 2 and validate. So I'll go over here. I'll go in CG. Replication status is active. Creation time is 5/4. So in here, I can see that disk has been synchronized at 5/9. Now what I'll do, I'll just select this and terminate this replication session. So replication session has been terminated successfully. I can go see details. I can see both as from active has been changed to stopped. I'll go over here in my server 2. I'll edit and now I'll try to attach the disk, the one which got replicated. Now if I'll go in disk, I can see the DR2 has been attached to SEV2. Now in here, I'll log out from SEV1 and we know the data was written this time and the information on disk like that. Now I'll log into SEV2. Oops, this one. This is a 12 GB disk. It is already formatted since it has been replicated from the PR. I'll just make a one mount point and try mount it. Now if I'll see the data, it is same data which I have written in here. So it is 5.3 in here, 5.3. It's exactly the same data. So this is how we can make use of the replication and cross-site replication and make use of the feature of async replication in GCP. So I'll just demonstrate how to delete these configuration what we have done in here. So first I'll shut down the machines. I'll delete the machines in here. Once this will be deleted, all this disk which has been listed over here will not be attached in use by anyone once these servers get deleted. So instance has been deleted successfully. So it is these disks are not being used by any of the instances right now. So what I'll do in this CG, I'll remove the disk one which has been added for the replication. So in here the status is no disk are replicating right now. And I can delete this CG. From here I can delete the disk. So we don't have any instances right now and we don't have any disk. So this is an entire cleanup of the task what we did in async replication. So thank you.